Well, first and foremost, it is important the message that we are with Ukraine and we will continue helping Ukraine, and military assistance will be sent to Ukraine as soon as possible. One thing we announced also was that the European Union decided to send at least 1 million rounds to Ukraine. The other is that there were two new coalitions. One is the drone coalition and the other one is the demining coalition, which were started today in order to help Ukraine. And I believe that also these joint mechanisms what we have at the moment are extremely important. And we had a very fresh overview also from the battlefield. We had General Sursky with us, we had Kirilla Budanov and also of course Rustem Umerov with us. So I believe that all these steps what we are making at the moment will help a lot Ukraine to win this war. It is more important question that is NATO ready, and of course NATO is ready, and of course Estonia is ready. And one thing what is important that we changed our approach totally 2 years ago in Madrid. Then we approved the new regional plans in Vilnius, and now it is very important that these plans will be also implementable or executable. So still a lot to do, but of course when we take all the forces what NATO has as an alliance, it is definitely much more than Russia, and we should not be afraid. But of course we need to be very careful here to understand that one thing is that what is the threat, and the other thing is what is deterrence. So we need to keep pushing also every country by country, on that we will invest more into defense in order to be ready to tackle these threats what we have. Well, I would rather say that this is a compliment to Estonia, to our Prime Minister, that we are doing right things. Pushing forward many initiatives, 1 million rounds initiative, also the pledge to invest at least 0.25% for a long term to military assistance for Ukraine. So we are doing things, and we are, the leaders helping Ukraine. So this is why I believe it is just informational operation from Kremlin side to show that also we can do something, not understanding that this is an absurd, obviously, when we go into the details. Of course, we all understand that the battlefield situation is very critical, but also we see that Ukrainians are fighting very heavily, and they can keep the positions. And the battlefield, the line of contact has not changed a lot. So obviously, every Ukrainian soldier in the trenches has to know that there is a backup, there is a backfill of the storages and stocks, and then we can send more and more. And looking at how much Ukraine needs, and looking how much European production is starting to produce annually, then this is a positive message for me that we can send more and more to Ukraine. And when some countries do not have anything to send, then they can give money to Ukrainian army in order to buy new ammunition directly from the industry. So there are many options. We just need to keep pushing that it will be sent to Ukraine much quicker. Russia is constantly conducting different kind of attacks. We've seen since 2007 already cyber attacks. We've seen that they are using people as immigration weapon towards Lithuania, towards Finland, in a smaller scale also towards Latvia, in a big scale to Poland. So this is something what Russia is doing, unfortunately. And because we know that in Russia there is a border zone which is controlled by FSB with tens of kilometers, and there is no option that ordinary people or even tourists or migrants can go there without approval of the FSB, which means that the state services are part of that operation, and that means that this is a state orchestrated operation. Well, we have to take it very calmly. I understand that it's very provocative, and I understand that many would like to have a lot of discussions about that and speculations. But on the other hand, NATO has been a strong alliance for the 75 years to keep the unity, to keep the peace in the Euro-Atlantic zone. So, and even for the US, I believe it is very, very important to have strong European allies. So of course, everybody understands that we need to invest more into defense. Estonia is doing that this year, 3.2%, which is very close to that what US is contributing. Of course, not in absolute terms, but in looking at the percentage. Of course, we all need to invest more, but this doesn't mean that one presidential candidate can use such words which are in opposite to these goals what we have here in NATO. Well, I do not want to take out the crystal ball and to speculate. First, we need to wait what the American people will say, what the US citizens will say, and then we can start, we will see what will be the reaction of the new president's administration, because today we cannot say who will be the president. So this is why purely speculations for media, I understand. For us here as a decision makers, it's too early to speculate.